Good evening and welcome to this week's episode of SA Today. It's Tuesday, February 9th. I'm Johnny Oliver and here are tonight's top campus stories. DPS says it spent just under $49,000 on escorting students in the 2015 fiscal year. Between the start of the fall semester, November 1st, DPS served about 1,700 students. SA President Jane Hahn says that's a problem because it's a lot of money for a small amount of students.
And I think if students knew more about this opportunity, that they would take advantage of it. But I would really like to find ways for students to kind of have a better perception because DPS really is here to help us.
As the service. SU is no longer interviewing candidates to be a new provost. SA President Aisha Sadat says the decision should come within the month and that we should be expecting an announcement soon. And there are 4 new members of the Student Association. Last night, SA elected Alan Wynn, Rachel Cathy to Arts and Science chairs, Eddie Davino as an engineering representative, and James Longo as an ESF representative. The Academic Integrity Policy is under revision for students with minor infractions. The Academic Integrity Policy Review Advisory Committee is working to relax its sanctions on students who admit to violating the policy. These students will be classified among 3 levels. Level 1 offenders would simply be reprimanded via a letter from the university. Level 2 offenders face academic probation, and Level 3 expulsion or suspension. This would take away formal hearings for minor offenses. SU has jumped to the top tier for research activity among universities in the U.S. The new Carnegie classifications say that Syracuse has moved to an R1 designation. This is the top research class a university can have. This is based on the program's research and development, staff, and the number of doctoral conferrals. Syracuse is one of 15 universities nationwide to move to this top tier category. And the Whitman School of Management has gained 2 more impressive titles. Whitman now ranks the #1 private business school for veterans. The Military Times also ranks Whitman 5th on its 2016 list of Best for Vets Business Schools. The publication made the big announcement on February 8th. The rankings focused on curriculum and culture catered to military veterans. Whitman has been offering programs for military members and veterans since 1952. And today kicks off the first day that the SU Climate Assessment Survey is available to students. The online survey is available through March 11th and is hosted by Rankin and Associated. The data collected from the surveys will be used in the development of strategic climate change action on campus for the 2016 to 27 school year. You can find the survey on the website on your screen. A College of Arts and Sciences professor has returned from a very prestigious trip to Goethe University in Germany. Chandra Talpad Mohanty served as a guest professor in Frankfurt this past December. She gave 2 public lectures and taught an intensive workshop for gender and diversity studies at GU. Back here at SU, she met with grassroots activists to advocate for refugees and asylum seekers' rights, among other social issues. She is the chair of Women's and Gender Studies and the Dean's Professor of Humanities. The groundhog may have predicted an early spring, but the weather we've been experiencing suggests otherwise. Although the snow has been light this winter season, we are currently experiencing snow showers and 30-degree weather, and it won't stop there. The snow in Syracuse is expected to pile up to about 8 inches between tomorrow and Thursday. The National Weather Service has issued a hazardous weather outlook in anticipation for the hard snowfall. On Friday, we will have more snow showers with a high of 23 degrees. Low temperatures are expected throughout the rest of the week with a temperature of about 5 degrees this Saturday. If that holds true, Syracuse will break the record for the lowest high temperature ever on February 13th. Coming up next, I sit down with SU Vice President Jane Hahn on SA Today.
Looks like it's done. Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
I've got a job to do today.
I've got a job to do today.
Have a good first day at work, Mom.
Your donations to Goodwill fund job training programs right in your community.
Feels good to start fresh, right?
Sure does.
And like that, you're a job creator.
Jimmy can't sing, and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants. Aww.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Welcome back to SA Today. Getting around campus can be difficult, but could get easier this spring. SA Vice President Jane Hahn is here to talk about the SA Bike Share. Jane, it's great to have you on the show. So first, can you tell us more about the Bike Share program and when students can expect for it to, how they can get involved?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Bike Share program is an initiative that we've been working on for about 2 years now, and it's something that my predecessor Daniela Lopez worked really hard on. So we had a pilot program in April, and it was really successful. We had a lot of students going to Archbold in the span of 1 month just to have a bike for 24 hours during the week or for an entire weekend. So now we're trying to do the same thing except roll out a permanent bike share program available in the Shine Student Center, because that really is kind of the center of campus. And we think it's a great opportunity for students to be able to get around campus, get around the community, especially if they're international students or they don't have any sort of other transportation options.
So if I'm looking forward to getting a bike from the program, when can I expect the program to launch?
My goal is to have it established by the end of April, but of course before then would be ideal, especially if the weather is a lot nicer than it was last year. We're hoping that, especially when people are hanging out at the quad, that the bike share program will definitely be established by then.
I think we're all hoping for the weather to get better. So switching gears now, SA had their retreat this past weekend. Can you tell us about what was discussed?
Yeah, absolutely. So we went to Minnowbrook, which is about 3 hours away, and it was great to just get away from campus for a weekend. And a lot of what we did was goal setting for the rest of the semester. We made some great headway on a lot of initiatives last semester, and I think because spring semester goes by so quickly, we just really wanted to kind of set our goals. So every committee chair, every person involved in cabinet, we really left with a good idea of what we wanted to achieve. And we also discussed how we can better engage assembly representatives. So a big part of the organization is it's not just Aisha and I as president and vice president. Though we are, leading the organization, it's not just us. So there are a lot of assembly representatives that are eager to be involved and have made some great initiatives happen. And so we really want to make sure that students have a good understanding of how many people are actually behind our efforts.
All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show today, Jane. We greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely.
For more details about what is ongoing with the Student Association, you can attend their meetings Monday nights at 7:30 p.m. in Maxwell Hall. The murder trial of Anna Rose Shove comes to a close this Wednesday. 33-year-old Stephen Zitanik was found guilty of second-degree murder in the Shove case on December 4th. Zitanik will be sentenced on Wednesday morning in the Oswego County Supreme Court. Zitanik's lawyer, Paul Carey, says he plans to appeal. The Catholic Diocese of Syracuse has closed the Tommy Coyne Retirement Home for priests due to financial concerns. This comes on the heels of child molestation allegations against 4 priests who lived in the home. The diocese states that the closure was purely financial and had nothing to do with the molestation charges. The diocese has no future plans for the building. The double life sentence of 31-year-old Raymond Graves was overturned due to a technicality. Judge Joseph Fahey was faulted for improper jury instructions. Graves was convicted in 2012 for predatory sexual assault of a child. Graves will remain in prison for another decade on rape charges. The Onondaga County District Attorney's Office must retry Graves to restore the 2 life sentences. Stay tuned to SA Today. We'll be right back.
Don't look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Aww. You should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes
kids
you.
how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
If I got to go to college, oh my goodness. I like discovering new things. You get to see what works for you and what doesn't. That helps you evolve as a person. You get to make like a supernova of skill or talent or whatever it is. I've always wanted to go to college. I just feel like that's my destiny. My name is Queen, and I am your dividend.
Welcome back to SA Today. 5 members of the Syracuse women's field hockey team were honored on the field last night. Laura Herf, Emma Russell, Alma Finn, Sarah Degnan, and Emma Lamison were named to the ACC All-Academic Team. And here to talk about what's happening in the world of sports, I have Matt Weasel there on the desk. Matt, what can we expect from Sports on the Quarter this evening?
Well, we're going to be talking about sports on the hill, off the hill, around the hill, some sports that are going off the hill that were on the hill, and then just sports in general.
Okay.
And that's what we're looking at.
Okay, do you have any predictions for the SU men's basketball game this Thursday night?
I'm feeling pretty good, Syracuse coming in 3-game winning streak right now, at home, going for the 4th one in a row. Feeling pretty good. In Florida State, they look pretty good, but I'll take Syracuse.
All right, thanks for coming on, Matt.
No problem.
And that's all for this edition of SA Today. I'm Johnny Oliver. Sports on the Quarter is up next.